Hi, welcome to aroindtree Watercolors. My name's Roundtree, and thus the name aroindtree. A for Alan, R for round, and tree, watercolors. So I'd like to introduce this channel by inviting everyone to share their watercolors with us, especially beginners, because I am a beginner. I am really a beginner. I've only been doing this for about 2 months. I have no previous art training. I did well in art class in high school, but that was mostly art history. So I didn't really try to even develop any drawing techniques, I guess, or skills until I retired. So I'm going to share some of those drawings with you, and throughout this time on this channel, I hope to encourage others to share as well. Send in your pics, send in your artist renderings. If you want to send in a pic that you want me to try to paint, you can send those in. Maybe we can invite others also to maybe paint those pics, and we'll see where we go. We can encourage one another, we can learn together and grow. I haven't really seen that on too many YouTube videos. I see a lot of watercolor videos out there. Beginners, inviting beginners to learn through tutorials, and also very experienced watercolorists. And they're very good at what they do. I hope that we can achieve those levels of expertise. And that's the purpose of this, again, is to share the beginners stuff, as well as look at some of those more experienced watercolorists and some of their artwork that can encourage us and give us goals to strive for. And I thought that I'd begin this channel in this way. And maybe one day I too will be able to maybe take a picture of my drawings or as I'm drawing, and then we can just go from there, see how it develops. So I have what I call wall-worthy drawings, which you might see behind me, but I have some also that didn't make the wall. And these are some of my very first ones. Like I said, I've only been at it a couple months, so these are really early. And I'm just going to share some of them with you now. And to begin with is a watercolor drawing of a seascape, so to speak, with the sun in the background, the clouds over the ocean there, some rocks up there on the shoreline. You can see those. And also, I have some wildflowers on it with an old fence post and some old barbed wire hanging off of it there. If you can see that. Okay, some wildflowers and grass and old fence posts. And now this one is what they call a pen and wash. Now this is my first attempt showing a person in a drawing behind the counter, like a butcher or a baker in the kitchens. And so this is done with pen, a micro pen, 0.005 with watercolor. Basically, that's what pen and wash is. It's you basically draw a picture, like a coloring book, so to speak, and then you color in with your watercolors. And that is that. Another pen and wash. I've done a few of these. I kind of learned off Peter Schiller, watching his videos. And this is a cabin with a birch tree in the foreground, with some tire tracks in the snow there, and a snow-topped cabin in the back with a power line and fence. And now this next one, it too is a pen and wash, but it is a progression, I guess you would say, of a picture, a photograph actually, that my son sent to me of a ship on the ocean with sails. It's a sailing ship basically. And so this is going to be the very first try at it, which is not very well. Like I said, I'm beginning, but then there will be a progression, and it never really got good enough for the wall or good enough to give to my son. But like I said, I'm learning, and I'm just trying to get better as I go along. And so there you go. And there you go. Better there. And then another one, just watercolor and no pen. And there it is. Clouds in the background, the ocean, and ship. Okay. Now this is a watercolor. It's called loose watercolors, and there's no pen. It's strictly a watercolor. It's kind of what they call, it's done loosely, is the word they use. And there it is, clouds and the barns and the barren tree. You can see that okay. And there we go. The next is my first attempt at a floral. I try to give it a rustic vintage look in the background. It's a smaller drawing of some, I believe it's chrysanthemums. I said that right. And there you go. Yeah. I've done some more. I've hung on my wall. I'm still working on those florals. Kind of tough for me to do florals. But anyway, here we have just a wooded lot, wooded scene with a fence run through and some wildflowers there at the bottom along the fence posts. Okay. Here we have another pen and wash. This is another snow scene. It's what I call a snow cabin, and with a barren tree and a fence line there behind the house. You see that? Okay. Try to work on some shadows. You know, in the eave of the home there. Try to draw some shadow work in there. And that's using pen and wash. I kind of like pen and wash. I didn't think I would. Now this is a pen and wash with my first attempt at a lighthouse in a cabin on a seashore, rocky seashore. And got the fence in the background. Probably rushed through that. But that was my first attempt at a lighthouse. This is my second attempt at a lighthouse. Here you have it. It's foundations on a large rock in the ocean with the waves crashing against the rocks. Gray skies. And that is my second attempt. Now, here is one more pen and wash. It's done in kind of a loose watercolor. Got some haystack in there, tree and some barns, and perspectives that might be a little bit off there. But like I said, I'm just beginning. And that is my first attempt at barns and with loose watercolor with pen. Now this one, I tried to have a sort of a mist on the water, kind of a foggy morning, maybe you would say, with an island out in the water with a reflection of the tree and island in the water with the log in the water. You see a little reflection on there. So I was trying to get shadow and reflection, and I'll show you one more error that I've made. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but you'll see a little bit of discoloration there. Here's a lesson in watercolors. Don't keep water or coffee nearby when you're drawing, or you'll get this. So you see the reflections. Okay. That's supposed to be sort of a foggy mist. And then again, a little bit more watercolor snow scene with pen and wash. Okay. Now, another scene of pen and wash, and this might be my last pen and wash. And this is a storm coming in, birds flying, just a lone single home and lone tree, and the birds silently flying through the air. And I was trying to get the impression of emptiness, loneliness, silent, lonely. isolation, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Sort of an isolation. Now here's my first attempt at a rock bridge. Scene is, I think, something you might see, and I think I got this from a picture of an artist in Ireland, and it was just basically a rock bridge over a small river, and you'll see the shadow, supposed to be the shadow of the bridge reflecting in the water, and a lot of the vegetation around it. And there's my first try. Didn't turn out the way I wanted it to turn out when I looked at the tutorial. Of course, he's an experienced artist and I'm not. So we're going to go with one more. I kind of like it myself. This one here, I call it wheat. What do you think? I have another picture of wheat up on the wall. It's actually a lot like this one's, except it's more of a close-up view where you're a little bit closer in to the wheat. But we'll see that one for the next video, hopefully. And now the last two I have in frames, they're here on the table, they're small. This is a fir tree forest with a river running straight through, and it shows the clouds in the background showing distance as it gets farther away, and hopefully it'll show it well on the video here without much glare. But that's what this is. Okay. Next time I think I'll make the river more of a winding river, maybe some rapids in it, winding through the trees. Now this is my last drawing, and I was trying to go with shadow work with the river and reflection in the river. Hopefully you can see this okay. See the trees with the casting the shadow on the ground, the river in the background, and the vegetation. See that? Okay. That's what that is. Okay. So that will conclude my first drawings, I guess you would say, all within the last couple of months. I put this together, and like I said, I have some more on the walls, and I'm working on another batch. I haven't even placed off my my work table yet, so but I'm still working on those, and those will be included in another video as well. But I really hope that you guys will share your drawings with me and or pictures, and maybe if I get good enough to pick out some of those pics that you share them with me, and maybe try to make a watercolor drawing of it, rendering of it. So that will conclude the first, the beginnings, I guess you would say, of this channel. And I hope to see you again next time. And please, if you want to subscribe, go right ahead and do that. It'll help, obviously. And you don't feel inclined to do that at all. But if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. And feel free to comment. And we'll talk at you later. Bye.